Today, I'm gonna try to do something I have not done in over a decade. After years of pushing them into farms, into trading halls, and into breeders, I will try to treat villagers fairly. I have complained so much about this village. I've complained about how it took me 1,600 blocks of traveling to find it. I've complained about how it's in a savanna, which is the ugliest biome. But you'll never guess what I just found. Here I am at the mob farm. There's my village. There is a plains village. It has been right here the whole time. And that's not all either. While I was on Twitch building this iron farm, I found another village like 400 blocks from spawn. I did not need to travel 1,600. So today, I'm gonna treat this village so well because these villagers deserve it for not being in a savanna. That right there is not how water works. Also, I know what my next video is gonna be, so this is kind of an apology in advance to the villagers. First, I want to protect the village. That means walls and lighting to stop monsters and stuff from spawning. This is supposed to be a slash, not a question mark. Anyways, number 2, I want the villagers to have an open area to, be in. This means the walls can't be like very, very tight around the village. There has to be like a wide area for them to be in. Next up, they need homes and, working places so that everyone can have jobs and beds. And then number 4 is going to be the hardest one. Stop sieges. Sieges happen at midnight where tons of zombies spawn right next to a village, completely ignoring normal spawning mechanics. It doesn't matter how many torches or how many slabs you place, they will spawn, and I have no idea how to deal with it. Alright, let's get started. Also, yes, I do have an elytra. I beat the game and did a bunch of other stuff, and then all of my footage corrupted and now I'm sad. I also built a really crappy treehouse because somebody commented on my last video just to ask if I could build a treehouse with the name Clinton on it. So there you go, Clinton, you have a treehouse now. I started my upgrades by beginning to build a simple cobblestone wall around the village. Yes, I know this is probably the most lazy defense possible, but me being lazy is going to be a theme throughout this video, so you're just going to have to get used to it. I just used any extra cobblestone I had lying around, which did not get me nearly as far as I thought it would, so I just spent some time outlining where the rest of the wall will go in the future. Okay, I thought the wall was going to be the easy part, but this is such a big area to try to enclose. I decided to build the bases to some future houses, and then I got to work mining a ton of dirt because I realized there was a ton of holes in the village that I needed to patch up, and I figured I would need dirt in the future anyway. I got them for you, don't worry. I quickly built this pier for fishermen villagers later, and then I got to work patching up the holes around the place, which there were not nearly as many holes as I thought there were, so I ended up just spending forever getting a ton of dirt for absolutely no reason. After that, I got to work doing some deforestation and adding some barrels to the pier that I made earlier, and then I got to work building my first house, which is it ugly? Yes, but I don't care, okay? My goal is to make functional houses, not pretty houses. I'll make up for this in the next episode, I promise. Next, I decided to get to work lighting up the village, but I couldn't get the mod I usually use to check light levels to work, so instead, I just lowered my game brightness to the lowest possible setting and started just torch spamming willy-nilly. Now, is this probably the most ugly way to light up an area? Yes, but it is effective and I'm lazy, so this is what we're doing. I did a little bit more deforestation and then added some barrels to the house I made before trying to save this villager who was stuck outside the village and only getting mildly stuck in the process. I then finally got to work building the rest of my houses, and yes, again, I know that they're not the prettiest houses, but they're my houses. My goal here was not to build the prettiest houses possible, it was to build houses that would kind of fit into the villager aesthetic without, being just villager houses. And you know, they're functional. What more do you want from me? I promise I will be building a really cool thing in the next episode to make up for this. I then got to work building a really big farm with some composters so we could have some farmer villagers. I grinded for some more cobblestone and built some more walls, only running into one slight issue when the iron golem ended up outside of my walls. Damn it. Here's some footage of me building some more wall from above, this way you can kind of see the outline of the village that I was going for. Then I set off for another night of my absolutely atrociously ugly torch spamming, before getting back to work on the wall in the morning. Dude, I'm so close. Just ignore the fact that I need to fill in that little bit of wall. I grinded up a bit more cobblestone, now actually having a hopper so that I wouldn't lose half of my cobblestone to the lava. And then I finally finished the wall. Okay. I added some barrels to my houses and then finished up the wall because I forgot this underwater part, so now it's finally done. Then I mined a whole beach of sand for glass, and then I mined some coal for torches, before spending another entire night just spamming torches everywhere. And even though I definitely had enough torches to cover the whole area, I was really scared of dark patches without my mod that allows me to see light levels, so I ended up doubling up on torches everywhere, and I ended up running out. I spent another day mining coal, apologizing to the villagers who are not getting the princess treatment, and then spent some time AFKing in my iron farm for reasons you'll understand after I spent another full night torch spamming, only to run out of torches yet again. The next day, I set up a bunch of iron golems as my siege protection because I really don't know any other way to stop sieges, outside of just not being in a village at midnight. I then spent some time mining coal for the very last time before spending another night torch spamming my life away and finally finishing, although I did have to steal some torches from the lantern things inside of villages, but whatever, it still counts. I have officially protected and treated these villagers well. And yes, I know I never gave the iron golems any pumpkins. I'm gonna do a lot of exploring on stream, and while we're exploring, we'll make sure to grab some pumpkins, so follow me on Twitch if you want to see that. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button, it really means a lot for a small creator like me. And also subscribe if you want to see some more fun content in the future, as this was just a goofy little video I threw together. Also, if you like any of my non-Minecraft content, feel free to subscribe to my second channel, because that's where all of my non-Minecraft related content is going to be from now on. There are carrots and potatoes here. I didn't have to spend the entire last episode putting together that massive mob farm.